Alright everyone, it's Voodoo51292 and it is right now in the very early morning hours of Monday, August the 1st of 2011. It's probably about 12:30 a.m. On Monday morning, and this is my channel update for August 1st through August the 7th of 2011. And I'm happy to announce that as of yesterday, I am getting text messages. For some reason my phone's exploding. I am not working anymore. I worked my last shift yesterday, Sunday, and to be honest, I'm kind of relieved. If you didn't know, my job was I was a host over at a restaurant, and I just didn't really like the job. I just didn't like the stress of it, the intense. You know how intense it got at times, and the job actually just made me very nervous, and it wasn't something I really enjoyed doing. I learned a lot from it, but certainly hosting or greeting there's a lot more challenge to it than I had originally imagined there would be. But yeah, it can get hectic at times. But I'm not working anymore. I'm done for the summer. But anyway, back to the channel. Last week, pretty short and sweet. The only gameplay footage you saw last week was the completion of the Old World Blues DLC, which I completed in 53 parts. Over 10 hours I put into the DLC. Really good playthrough in my opinion. I highly recommend you go watch that DLC. It's very good. I really enjoyed playing it, and unlike Honest Hearts, I actually uploaded all the way through the end. So make sure you go check out that playthrough. I enjoyed it. It was a long one, and I still didn't do everything there was to do. I could have done more. And the only other thing you saw, which is uploading right before this video, is I showed off my newest 3 gaming shirts, one of which I'm wearing right now, which is my Bioshock shirt. And you saw that. Other than that, you saw nothing, because there was nothing to film. I played other stuff this week. I was playing Gears of War. I was playing that co-op with my friends. I'm continuing playing Mass Effect. But again, these are all old games that I'm just catching up on for my own sake, so that when, you know, say Gears 3 and Mass Effect 3 and these other games that are coming out later, I will have played the first 2 and understand the games. So they're just for my own benefit. There's no point in really filming them. So yeah, it's been pretty dead. If you remember, I did mention in my last channel update I had been in contact with someone on YouTube who expressed interest in doing some multiplayer gameplay with me. And it sent me messages and then kind of disappeared. Well, I checked his name out on YouTube before making this video. His name is Brandon Buffano1 on YouTube, and I did not hear from him again this week. So I actually sent him a PM on YouTube just a little while ago, basically saying, "Hey, where'd you go? Are we still playing online?" You know, because I'm completely free this week, and I mean I'm completely free. I don't have work, and my girlfriend is going to be out of town for most of the week. She's actually going to LSU to do kind of a pre-college camp type thing, which I did last year and really enjoyed it, and met Chris at this thing, one of my good friends now, and I recommended she go and do it because it was a lot of fun. So she was going to be out of town doing that, and I don't have work, so I'm going to be really bored this week. There's no new games. So I sent this guy a PM. Hopefully he gets back to me, and you'll see some fan matches with him this week on the PlayStation 3. And again, as always, any other fans who want to play with me, not just Brandon Buffano1, but any other fans who want to play with me, you're more than welcome to send me a message on YouTube. Please don't send me a message on Xbox or PS3, because I'm not gonna. I don't want those messages on there. I want you to contact me through YouTube to make sure that you know, I know who you are and that we're actually going to play, and then I will go about adding you on the consoles. So if you're interested in playing with me, send me a message, send me a PM or something on YouTube, and we can do some multiplayer this week on either the Xbox 360 or the PS3. because I have nothing else to do. So, as far as what to expect this week from me, like I said, I have no idea. There's nothing new this week. There's no DLCs. There's no new major releases. There's nothing. And there really is nothing for the first 3 weeks of August. It's just going to be slow like this. And I apologize, it's very boring, I know, but there's nothing I can do about it. And it's going to be like this, like I said, for another 3 weeks or so. In my personal life, things start picking up in a couple of weeks, because on August the 13th is my official move-in day for my new apartment up in Baton Rouge, to start getting ready for the new semester. Myself, my friends Tyler, Chris, and Dave are all moving in together in one apartment. Basically, all 4 of us who went on the Destin trip, if you watch my vacation videos from Destin, all of those guys are moving in. We're all moving in together in an apartment on the 13th. Actually, I'm going to be coming back home that day because the semester doesn't start for like another 9 days after the 13th. So I'm going to move most of my stuff in there and come back home for a few more days before I go back there permanently for the semester. So on August 13th, in a couple of weeks, you may see some footage of the new apartment, because I haven't seen it. I've only seen, you know, the tour rooms and stuff like that, but I haven't seen my actual unit yet. So I may do some move-in footage or something like that on the 13th of all of us. It's going to be pretty crazy. It'll be 4 of us all moving in on that day. And I might do, you know, a quick scan of the apartment. You know, this is what it looks like right before I move in. And then maybe do an apartment tour for you later. But that's on the 13th. And then the week after, the weekend of the 22nd on a Monday, that's when it really picks up again with school beginning, my first class day, and then Tuesday, August 23rd is when we have our next 2 major releases, Deus Ex and Body Count, which I'm interested in, and then it all picks up from there. The next Tuesday is Madden 12, and then the next Tuesday is Dead Island and Resistance 3, and it just starts the ball rolling through the rest of the year. So 3 weeks of extreme nothingness as far as games, and then we're going to instantly get bombarded in a split second. So there's nothing I can do, and especially, you know, I get bombarded on my 2nd day of the new semester, but there's nothing I can do. I am highly considering doing another episode of Voodoo's Thoughts, where I take a look at the insanity that's been going on this week in the NFL with free agency and trades, because that's a big event that happened this week, as the NFL lockout came to an end. And basically, I forget which day it was, I believe it was on Tuesday, free agency just like exploded, and you had news every, you know, 5 minutes of a big free agent agreeing to terms with some team. There were huge trades that affected a lot of things. There were trades with the New Orleans Saints, which of course is my team, my hometown team, that were really big, and there were just a lot of big free agency signings and big trades that went down over the past few days. And so I'm highly considering doing a Voodoo's Thoughts about that. I wanted to do a Voodoo's Thoughts recapping the first round of the NFL Draft. I never got around to doing that, and I was disappointed, so I'm looking now to do a Voodoo's Thoughts about the insane week in the NFL, probably the craziest free agency trade few days in NFL history. So it's been pretty interesting, and some teams have really drastically changed their look just in the past, you know, 3 to 4 days. So I'm probably going to do that, and you'll see that going up on the channel as well. And that's about it. It's going to be kind of randomness this week. Another thing I was actually planning on doing, if you don't already know, I'm somewhat of a big aviation enthusiast. I have been since I was maybe 12, 13 years old when I got Flight Simulator 2004 for the first time. I've been interested in planes. I might be doing some plane spotting at my airport, New Orleans International. I was going to actually go down to the airport to an area to do it. I have a radio that picks up ATC and everything, but I called my friends and they don't want to go. Because nobody's interested in it but me. I was interested in it before I met any of them, and so none of them are really interested but me, and I'm not going to go down there by myself like a weirdo and sit in a parking lot watching planes. I can actually spot from my backyard if the planes are taking off the right way. If they're taking off from runway 1 to the north, because I'm north of the airport, I can actually see them coming right, by the side of my house very clearly as they take off. So maybe this week we'll get lucky and get a clear day. Today they were actually departing runway 1. I noticed when I came home they were departing runway 1, but I was at work all day and then at my girlfriend's house, and I was like, shit, Yesterday I was actually in my backyard trying to spot, and they were taking off south to where I could completely see nothing. And then today when I was busy all day, they're departing runway 1, of course. Then I had a clear view of everything. So if there's a day this week that it's clear outside and they're departing runway 1 and we can see stuff, maybe you'll see some plane spotting footage on the channel, some just more variety, changing it up. You'll have the live ATC in the background, which I can actually get from my computer at home because I'm connected to the internet. And maybe I can do some plane spotting or something. So I don't know. Stay tuned this week. The next 3 weeks, like I said, are just going to kind of random footage here and there. A lot of it not necessarily related to gaming because there just isn't any game-related content, unfortunately, to show you guys. So, even Darkside Phil is pulling tricks out of his bag this week and doing a full Mega Man week. He's running through like all 6 of the original Mega Mans on NES this week because there's just nothing to do, and he needs to put up videos to make money. And so he's even pulling stuff out of his bag of tricks. So we'll see what happens this week with footage. Again, as always, the invitation is open. Any fans want to play online with me this week, send me a PM on YouTube, let me know, and we can definitely set that up. And bear with me, please, through the next few weeks. We will get through the slow time. We will pick back up with games just like we did in the beginning of the year. We had Dead Space 2 and then a very slow time until the end of February, beginning of March. So just bear with me, and we'll get there eventually. And once we get there, there'll be a game explosion, and we won't have any problems getting footage up. So, all right, I'm Voodoo51292. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you on the channel this week.